Okay, so when Romeo and Juliet first meet, they're different colours, which shows that they're from different households. So Romeo's white and Juliet's pink. Also, they're both pegs, which shows that they are the same things, which is humans, but in this case, pegs. Also, both pegs, they kind of fit together, which shows that they're both a perfect match. When they meet, the first thing Romeo says to Juliet is, "If I profane with my unworthiest hands this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss." This shows that Romeo is telling Juliet that she's in love with her and that they're together. This also shows that he wants to kiss her, which is good because this shows that he's kind of acknowledged her and that he wants to kiss her. When Juliet replies with, "Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm this holy palm is kissed," which shows that she's kind of fallen in love with him as well, which kind of starts the whole story off.
Introduced into this scene next is the nurse. She is represented as a sponge because she absorbs all of Juliet's problems and tries to get rid of them. She says, "Madame, your mother craves a word with you." This craves reminds us of hunger, and that she's like rumbling and she's angry that she can't find Juliet, and that she's really wanting to speak to Juliet.
Near the end of the ball, all of the Capulets begin to leave, and then Benvolio, which is the nephew to Montague Romeo and friend to Romeo, starts talking to him and having a chat with him. We chose the Celotate as Benvolio because he is stuck with Romeo and the Montagues, and he helps. He's kind of a friend that helps Romeo to he chats with him about his problems in life and everything, and that's why he's stuck with Romeo and the Montagues.
The biggest plot twist comes next when Romeo kind of pulls away and says, "Is she a Capulet? Oh dear Count, my life is my foe's death," which kind of says that he's at her debt, even though that she is his lifetime foe, which means they've basically grown up hating each other, each other's families, which is because of the hate of their parents. They've kind of just rubbed off onto them, and then they've kind of just fallen in love now.
For Juliet's father, Lord Capulet, we picked the scissors because he abuses her and threatens her. And also he's trying to destroy the Montagues and split up the family. In the book, he says, "Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have trifling, foolish banquet towards." This means prepare to stay, don't go anywhere, because we have a feast later.
So now everyone's left the party, and there's only two people left, which is Juliet
And the nurse.
and all the other guests have gone home. They've all left. So there's only Juliet
And the
and the nurse left. And the last things they say is the nurse says,
"His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy."
Juliet replies with, "My only love from my only hate, too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prestigious birth of love is to me that I must love a loathed enemy."
What is?
Juliet says, "Arise, I learned even now of one I danced withal."
Anon, come let's away, the strangers are all gone.
This kind of shows that Juliet realised that she's fallen in love with her enemy, but she can't help that. And this also shows that Juliet's bond with the nurse is stronger than the one with her mother, because she can talk to the nurse.
And she can trust the nurse. with everything.
So Courtney, what have you learned?
I've learnt about the relationships between the Capulets and the Montagues and all of the characters.
So what have you learnt?
I have learnt that you can relate everyday objects to the characteristics of the character. What have you learnt?
I've learnt that the bond between Romeo and Juliet is inseparable from the beginning, because when Romeo says, he basically says, even though we're from different households, I still love you, which is his enemies. So he's kind of acknowledged that she's from the different family and that he's over it.